So, what's it, guys? So, this is like the third video that I'll be making on this game. Pretty excited to see where it goes because, just to recap, this guy actually goes to the building on top to kind of fall and die, I guess, just kill himself. But he ends up meeting this person who he talks with, make them better, feel better. And it's also revealed that he's a transgender man, you know what I mean? Not because of the fact that he just whips out a freaking huge ass cock of shit. I mean, he just talks about his past experience. It's pretty emotional, so I'm pretty excited. I'll just load in the game here. So yeah, this is where it is. I lasted a week this time before the numbness came back, or maybe it was a month. I can't keep track anymore. Once I head up the stairs to the rooftop of the abandoned building, my footsteps echo throughout the dark stairwell. A part of me wishes that there's some other life than me here. It's just a dreary atmosphere. I take my time getting up there. I'm not sure why. I feel like there are weights attached to my feet, and each step I climb, they just get heavier and heavier. Eventually, I reach the top. My shaky hand hovers over the silver doorknob. Why am I shaking? Have I always been this shaky? My hand grips onto the doorknob, which gives it enough support to stop shaking for the most part. Like, is he having some chronic disease? Like, what's happening? I turn the doorknob, and the door creaks open, the light from the outside blinding me yet again. As my vision slowly adjusts, I notice a blurb of a person a few feet in front of me. There's another lone figure on the right side of the other fencing, just like the teenager from yesterday. Oh, they're standing on the edge, looking down on the street. Their short hair ruffles in the wind, but it doesn't seem to faze them. Then my vision finally adjusts. Hospital patient. Hmm? The person only a few feet in front of me turns around, revealing themselves. It's a young boy, his face completely devoid of any emotion. He just looks numb. However, there's something more concerning about him. He's in a hospital gown and his arms. A drop of sweat runs down my forehead. There are bandages on these arms. I freeze completely. Ooh. Oh, you're not from the hospital. His tongue is empty, as if there's no energy left in his body. And my heart is racing. No. Did he try to kill himself? I assume, yeah? No, no. No, 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 no. Not this again. Not again. You look like you've seen a ghost. He chuckles half-heartedly. I fall to my knees and look down at my own arms, covered by my hood sleeves. No matter how much I try to cover them, I feel the wounds. There's nothing left but scars now, scars that I deserve. He bears the same scars that I did 12 years ago. Oh, he tried to kill himself as well. Why? Because I'm tired. Isn't that why you're up here too? I... Every day it's the same thing. I come home from school and you think, hey, maybe my parents will notice I'm not okay. Did you ever go and see the counselor? I finally managed to get a complete sentence out. Plenty of times, but it wasn't because I wanted to. So, she called you into office? Yes, she did. This, this is all too familiar. Like, what's happening? Is this guy actually going through his own life? Now that I think about it, like, is his whole life kind of flashing in front of him? Because it feels like him, you know what I mean? Now that I realize, like, they had the same grandma or something situation. The same exact thing happened to me. She would tell me how my grades were dropping and how I sat by myself at lunch. Hell, she even noticed that I was wearing long sleeve shirts even when it was hot as hell outside. Your arms. I cut myself to cope. Is that what you call it? Coping? What do you mean? Cutting. It doesn't do anything. Apparently not, huh? So the counselor grabbed my arm and rolled up my sleeves despite me saying I was uncomfortable showing her my arms. She had to. She had to? If she didn't, then no one would have known just how much you were hurting. I remember being angry at that time, but now I kind of appreciate it. It doesn't matter if she intended to help me. I didn't ask her to do it. If she didn't do it, it would have gotten worse. She told my parents she thought she would be supportive and help me through this. She thought they were good people. Instead of my parents telling me that I was going to be okay, they yelled at me. Oh wow. My dad told me how much of an embarrassment I am, that I should have never been let back into his home. My mom, she can't even bear to look at me anymore, as if I'm some kind of a monster. He looks down at his hands. I guess I am. The boy turns around, looking back at the view of the city. They weren't corrected about the fact I was concerned about the fact I wore hoodies and long sleeves every day, even in the summer. Oh, but they cared about my grades because they were yet another thing to show just how much of a failure I am. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of telling my parents that I'm just trying to be who I was supposed to be from the start. I just want the scars to stop growing. Jesus Christ, my pronunciations are going off the building. So I grabbed a bunch of pills from the bathroom closet and drowned them down. I can't even tell you what I ingested. I just took what was there. Sheesh. I remember falling to the cold bathroom floor and blacking out. I thought maybe I finally did it. That I finally did something right. He grips his other hand. I woke up in the hospital. The nurse taking care of me ran out of the room, yelling for a doctor. They said a ton of stuff to me, but it all came out as gibberish. All I could focus was that I was alive and had failed. I want to run and hug this kid, pull him off the ledge, and tell him it's gonna be okay, but my body won't let me move. It's like I'm stuck in my place. I'm completely useless. Please, all I can do is watch. You know what's even worse? I'm in my world are crying. Yeah, I think it's we could kind of confirm that it's definitely like him either I don't know him merging into some different dimensions. It's just things going inside his mind. You know what I mean? Could explain the gray skies. Like recurring things like the grandma and all. His voice is cracking. She's the only one who visited me, and all she could do was cry. Oh, look at that, there's more patience. She whispered under her breath, ¿Por qué? Porque hiciste esto? Why did he do this? She kept crying and crying and crying for what felt like hours. She should be worrying about herself and her health, not mine. Ooh, look at that, she has that brain. Damn. What's with this diary? I caused the only person I had left in this world so much pain. And I couldn't even look at her while she wept. All I could do was look out the window. Please stop. I don't deserve to live. Please stop saying stuff like that. You need to keep on living. Please don't jump. Oh no. My tears fall off my face and hit the floor of the rooftop, creating small dark puddles. So it's kind of like a learning point for him, I guess. You know? For a moment, I can see the boy shiver. Please, keep on living. Keep on living? The boy digs into his gown pocket and pulls out something small. It's a paper crate. It looks old, judging from the wear and tear. It looks familiar, but I don't know why. He admires it and holds it up in the sky. He puts on a pitiful smile and holds the small piece of origami close to his chest. Jesus, I can't speak. You think I can get better? Is that why you gave me this? He lets out a shaky breath. I'm going to try. The boy carefully climbs over the fence to safety. He can't seem to take his eyes off the edge. He shuffles over to me, looking me over before walking past towards the stair. Jesus, did I just say parking over me? That just sounds like the opposite of what this guy wants to do. Okay. But he just ran away. When I hear the door shut behind me, I can't start to feel my body relax. I gather myself for the next few minutes, waiting for the loud banging of my heart to calm down. The dark clouds in my head clear. Wait, what about the numbness? I look down at my arms. I can still remember the bandages wrapped tightly around them. I remember getting them in the hospital. By the way, the music of this game, I like the music. It fits pretty well. I remember looking as dead as he did. Those days were the worst of my days. Stuck in an endless loop where my collection of scars kept growing and growing. The pain kept getting worse and worse until I finally felt nothing. So is he like aware that something's happening? Where he's like probably seeing his past? And when I finally took the step to end my life, what happened? I woke up in the hospital with Abel Rosita crying. Ooh, for all the pain her disease caused it. She didn't even cry once. But it was me who finally made her shed a tear. I'm just a piece of shit. Why did the boy turn around? Did the paper crane give him a reason to keep on living? He turned back. But why? What about the paper crane made him turn back? A wave of exhaustion hits me. It doesn't matter. I just want to go back to sleep. Tomorrow will be my day. Okay, what do you mean tomorrow? Tomorrow, like this guy still wants to kill himself? Today's the day. Okay, let me just save the game. So I'm getting a few things, okay, before we go ahead. So he kind of learned his lesson that he didn't want to kill himself because he doesn't want to hurt other people, but At the same time, he wants to kill himself. And what's happening? I'm actually curious. I just want to finish the game to see what's happening. You know, today's the day. Because it's pretty apparent something's happening in his mind. There's no one else here but me. I guess it's time. I thought I wanted this. In the forest, I wanted to be alone. On this rooftop, I wanted to be alone. It was nice having someone else to talk to. I managed to help all those people but myself, huh? It's kind of sad if you think about it. I walk over the edge and climb over the fencing. Alone once again. I look down at the street below. How high up am I? 40? 50 feet? That's like an Eren Yeager Titan. Putting numbers in my head makes me feel queasy. If I jump, I'll be fine. I'll be free. I'll be free from all the pain I feel every day. I'll be free from the fact that I have no one else left in the world. Who knows, maybe I'll finally see Abdul Rosita again. Would she welcome me to heaven with open arms? Would she forgive me? Would she understand why I did what I did? Maybe there isn't heaven. Maybe it's just darkness. A lonely abyss where I'll wander for the rest of my days. It wouldn't be different from how it is now, would it? I close my eyes, taking a shaky breath. Wait, mister. I'm going to be free. I'm going to be free. I'm going to be free. I lift my roof foot ahead to the air before me. I'm going to be free. Suddenly, I'm brought backwards. My back hits the metal fencing here hard. I open my eyes and turn around to see. Oh, it's these people. What the hell are you doing? Oh, were you going to hurt yourself? The boy in the hospital gown digs into his pocket for something. It's a paper crate. She gave this to you, remember? What are you talking about? Abuela Rosita? She gave you us? This is in the hospital after you woke up from your suicide attempt. Huh? Remember back to that day, Sebastian? I know you don't want to, but you have to. That day. The worst day of my life. Ooh. It was about 11 years ago, on April 23rd. I remember waking up in a warm hospital bed after taking a bunch of pills. By the way, this April 23rd seems like a specific number. Is this like the creator actually going through this? That would be interesting if the creator actually went through this. Pretty sad, but also, brave that they got through this, hopefully. By my side was Abuela Rosita. She ran as quickly as someone with a condition could and hugged me. I couldn't even muster the strength to hug her back, so I lay there as she cried, her eyes out. Okay, there's stuff. Why did you do this? I couldn't answer her. How could I tell her about all the tears of pain I held inside right then and there? It just wasn't possible. She squeezed my hand as tightly as she could. Nieto, my grandson. That's what caught my attention. I looked away from the window and looked at her, eyes wide. No, she couldn't have. I might have misheard, right? She must have said me Nieto, right? Hi, Kedish. Abuela Rosita? What did you say? Forever Rosita? She digs in her purse for something. No, what's happening? She pulls out a small paper crate. I can remember making that for when I was 10. Around the time I made it, she was in and out of hospital. I thought that if I made a paper crate, she would get better. After all, they are signed for good health. Te quiere mucho, Sebastian. I love you so much, Sebastian. She used my name. Por favor, sigue viviendo. Please keep living. She whispered softly to me before placing the small paper crate in my hand. That's pretty emotional. She was the only person to love and accept for me who I was. She wanted me to live. Do you remember now? I know, my vision growing blurry. Come on, get over here. All three of them help me over the railing. It's too much. It won't stop welling up. And I can't hold it back and I cry. I cry until I crumple onto the ground with the origami crane in my limp hand. This is such a... I love this imagery. I love this image. By the way, this looks like Eren Yeager. That's it. Let it all out. I let out all the pain I've held inside for 20 plus years. You found a reason to keep going 19 years ago. You had friends at school around. You found a reason 14 years ago you promised yourself that you'd go to space. You found a reason 11 years ago. It was a paper crane that Abuela Rosita gave you. She'd be so proud of you, She always was. No matter what, you found a reason to keep going. Who's to say I won't just find myself up here tomorrow or the next day? I'm tired of waking up every day alone and feeling nothing. I have no friends and my family hates me. Abella Sita was the only person who ever cared about me and she's gone. I have no one. Have you reached out to anyone since Abella Rosita passed? I. There are so many people out there who'd love to know you. You need to realize you're worthy of support. I'm scared. It's okay to be scared. You are your own support system for so long. You won't say it yourself, so I'll do it for you. You deserve better, Sebastian. I don't know. I love this scene, dude. It's like, I don't know. I guess a lot of people will find this relatable, you know what I mean? Not everyone is like you, for me. All those dumb kids at school. There are people out there who will love you for no matter what. It got better for us. You're so much better than I could dreamed of. I promise you that I'll keep getting better. Are these people who will accept me for the broken mess I am? Looking back to the faces of my past, I never realized how far I've come. I can't help but respect these kids. Respect myself. The strange as that feels for going through it all alone. Keep on living, Sebastian. One day, you'll look back on yourself and be so proud. So proud. Then, they disappear. I'm not going to even lie. A couple of days after that, I sat in my bed unsure of what to do. Who could I reach out to? I couldn't reach out to my family members at the time. I mean, what would I even say to them? Hey, I just tried killing myself on a hangout. God damn. But what's the explanation for the other people? Like, are they real people or are they in his mind? Like, what's happening? What's with his headache? I know she has no viable income, so therapy wasn't an option either. It all felt hopeless until I came upon a support group made for the LGBTQIA plus community. Ooh, IA plus? I didn't know that. I didn't even know those existed. It was free and at least twice a week. People would meet up, talk about their feelings, and eat pizza. Dang. Sounded like a nice place. So I didn't leave it for another day for once. I've been there for almost a year now. That's great. Have you been doing, Sebastian? How you doing? I've been doing okay. I finally started seeing a therapist. That's great. I know you've been saving up for that. Yeah, I'm only working part-time right now, but listen, with everything you got going on, that's perfectly fine. You're starting to get your degree in engineering, go to the gym, doing a part-time job. All things considered, you're practically a modern-day superhero. I didn't know about that. When's the last time I felt like this lighthearted? God, probably I celebrated my birthday with Abuela Rosita. It's been so long since then. Have you made plans with any of your cousins? I rubbed the back of my neck and shrugged. Sorta. I asked Ava if she wanted to hang out this weekend. Oh, that's cool. I know I shouldn't, but I felt bad for asking. I don't want to think she's obligated to. Nonsense. You're everything but a burden, dude. A member for the circle pipes up. I know, it's just hard to get over that. Maybe that's something you can talk to your therapist about. I know. Yeah, I finished up summarizing my week before moving on to the next person in the group. I feel like I haven't made a ton of progress in years. I still have days where I can't get out of bed and struggle to take a shower. But they become less and less frequent now. But I know the monumental these little steps would have felt when I was younger. Okay, by the end of this video, I have a bunch of things to say. Hopefully if I remember that, I'll get to that. Abella Rosita loved every version of me, so I tried every day to love myself too, even if not where I want to be yet. So I put the paper crane that she gave me on my nightstand. To some, it's just a small piece of origami, but to me, it's what gives me hope that one day I can look back and be proud of how far I've come. Maybe it won't get better tomorrow or the day after, but as long as I keep marching on to no matter how hard it gets, I will live to see that day. I like that, so weird. Oh, okay, so that's the game end. Okay, so that is end of the day, and I feel like it kind of ended abruptly there. Yeah, it ended right. I liked it. I liked the way it ended. So I have a few things to say. Obviously, like I think we would have had questions at this point, like, what's the purpose of our life sometimes? You know what I mean? And I think that's the thing, dude. Maybe if you have this positive attitude where you'll just keep on going forward until you find it, I think that's one of the answers there itself. Sure, maybe your life is meaningless. Who knows? But that does not mean you should just kill yourself, you know what I mean? So that's one thing. And secondly, like, you see, sometimes, like, I know that, when I don't know for 100%, but maybe if, let's say you're feeling down, let's say you even have depression and shit, I think you should at least, like, help is sometimes just there, you know what I mean? But the problem is that I think, for one, you feel like you're annoying people. That's one thing. But also, secondly, like maybe there's just too much going in your mind, or maybe you're not able to think properly. That actually you could do small things slowly by slowly that it could actually lead you to talking with people, reaching people. You know what I mean? So I think the main takeaway from this video is that help is always there, but I guess you have to put effort on your part as well to, get help or talk with people, For example, you see this, right? How like the LGBT communication, like Jesus Christ, did I just say communication? The community exists, there are like these organizations that are kind of, benefit their members and shit, So I guess end of the day, obviously nowadays age, you could just freaking find this stuff online, you know what I mean? And there's obviously like Discord groups and shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, I guess that's just my message for this. And maybe yeah, if you have something like, I don't know, just don't try to kill yourself. I guess this I actually love this game. This game actually may be a bit of a special game to me, even though I can't 100% relate to the character who's going through this. Like, I get the side of the LGBTQ people now. I also like get have an answer to a question that I used to have. You know what I mean? So I love this game a lot. So that's another day. And I hope you like this video series. Comment down below who stayed till the end. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe, leave a dislike, but it doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, guys, that's it. And I'm out for today. And I'll just leave it on a positive note, just don't kill yourself. That's help always, man. But yeah, that's it, guys. Bye bye and see y'all. Peace.